Welcome back to Bobby King Iraqi Dinar News, your trusted source for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on Iraq's currency landscape. I'm Bobby King, reporting directly from Iraq to keep you informed on critical developments shaping the future of the Iraqi dinar. Iraq's economic landscape has seen dramatic shifts over recent years, particularly following its reconstruction efforts and currency reforms. As Iraq positions its currency, the Iraqi dinar, to stabilize and gain a foothold in the global market, major international players, especially the US Treasury, have shown heightened interest. This article will explore how the US Treasury plans to play a pivotal role in the exchange of Iraqi dinar, the implications for banks involved in these transactions, and how Iraq's oil resources may be leveraged as a strategic asset in this process. The mechanism of exchange. The US Treasury's involvement when Iraqis or foreign investors decide to exchange their Iraqi dinar at banks. The US Treasury is positioned to facilitate this process. Rather than a direct currency swap in the traditional sense, the exchange mechanism here is entirely electronic, enabling a streamlined, fast-track transaction. Here's how this process might work. Electronic processing of exchange. Unlike traditional foreign exchange methods that involve the physical transfer of cash, the dinar to USD exchange in this case is projected to occur electronically. The US Treasury, which effectively funds the initial exchange, holds substantial reserves or purchasing power to facilitate these conversions. Treasury ownership of Iraqi dinar. Upon exchange, the dinar doesn't merely vanish from circulation. It is held by the US Treasury. This ownership of dinar is not only strategic for US interests but also creates a reserve that can be used in future exchanges, trade deals, and even as a backing for certain types of debt or interbank transactions. Banks as brokers in exchange deals. The banks participating in this exchange system serve as intermediaries, essentially acting as brokers. For each transaction, they receive a share of profits. It incentivizes them to accumulate as many of the 30 notes as possible, the 25,000, 10,000, and 5,000 Iraqi dinars notes, which are especially relevant in bulk exchanges. Profit sharing between Treasury and banks. The process doesn't end with simple accumulation. Banks and the Treasury split the profits that arise from these exchanges. This profit-sharing arrangement enables banks to benefit financially while reducing operational risks associated with fluctuating currency values or international banking uncertainties. The strategic value of 30 notes. The 30 notes hold particular interest for the US Treasury for several reasons. Accumulating these notes en masse allows for the following. Interbank transactions. The US Treasury may keep a substantial portion of the collected dinar for interbank trades, which simplifies transactions that involve large sums and international banking partners. Global trade with Iraq. Since the dinar can serve as a valuable asset in trade deals directly with Iraq, holding dinar reserves allows the US Treasury to engage in commerce and facilitate deals in the Middle Eastern and North African regions, where Iraq is a significant player due to its oil reserves. Oil credits. Iraq's leverage in the exchange process. One of the most unique aspects of this arrangement is the role of oil credits. Iraq, a major oil producer, has agreed to offer oil credits to the US Treasury at a predetermined price. These oil credits are expected to benefit the Treasury in multiple ways. Fixed oil credit rate. According to sources close to the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, the oil credits are set at a fixed rate of $30 to $35 per barrel. This rate provides stability and predictability, which is crucial for long-term planning and economic projections. Reduced repayment obligation. By providing oil credits at a fixed rate, Iraq avoids a scenario where it must pay back trillions to cover the costs of currency exchanges. This arrangement benefits Iraq by reducing its fiscal burden while enabling the Treasury to gain guaranteed returns through oil sales. Resale of oil credits. The US Treasury does not intend to retain all these oil credits. Instead, it plans to sell them to other nations, particularly those with a high dependency on Iraqi oil. Given the fixed credit rate, the Treasury can turn a profit by selling these oil credits at market prices, which are typically higher than the $30.35 fixed rate offered by Iraq. Implications for global oil markets. With Iraq's oil credits backing the currency exchange, the financial landscape of global oil trading could witness noticeable shifts. Here's how. Increased demand for oil credits. Countries with an oil deficit or high dependence on Iraqi oil, such as European and certain Asian countries, may show interest in purchasing oil credits from the US Treasury. Stabilization of oil prices. By introducing a substantial amount of oil credits at fixed prices into the market, the Treasury can partially shield certain economies from extreme oil price fluctuations. This move could be especially beneficial during periods of oil scarcity or supply disruptions. New financial instruments. With a reserve of dinar and associated oil credits, the US Treasury could introduce new financial instruments or securities tied to these assets. This could lead to the development of oil-backed securities or bonds denominated in dinar, which might attract international investors. Iraq's economic positioning and currency stabilization. For Iraq, this arrangement is not just about facilitating currency exchanges but also about achieving long-term stability for the Iraqi dinar. Several benefits arise from this collaboration with the US Treasury: strengthening the dinar's global standing. Iraq's commitment to backing currency exchanges with oil credits signals to the world that the dinar is backed by tangible, valuable assets. This could lead to increased confidence in the currency, potentially stabilizing its value on the forex market. Thank you.